today I will be showing you all how to make Jamaican style curry chicken. So what I've done already is chopped up my baby red potatoes, my carrots, also some peppers, and then what I'm showing you is the seasonings that I use. I like to wash my chicken with salt prior to cooking, and that's just what I've done here. I wash it in salt and water, and after I scrub them, I'm then going to transfer them to the pot. Here I am doing just about 1 teaspoon of all my seasonings, so the salt, the curry, just a little bit less on the thyme and oregano side because both of those are really strong. And I'm just going to put all of my seasoning in and then mix it in really nicely. My chicken pieces that I use were chicken thighs and chicken wings, only because I like those too. I think they cook really nicely together. And then it gives you different portion sizings of the meat that you want. So just here I'm going to season it up a little bit, guys. Once you have all your seasonings in, I went ahead and added in my chopped onions and my chopped peppers. And then I'm going to mix it in and let my curry sit in the fridge for 30 minutes just so they can marinate. Some people like to let it sit overnight. I think it does the same purpose. Also, I'm wearing a glove while mixing my meat together because the curry powder is known to stain your nails. And it's just not cute to walk around with yellow nails. So here I'm just using a glove. You can do the same if you like to. And your meat should kind of look like so once you're done seasoning. I mean, you can make it yellow to your liking. Usually the more yellow, the more flavorful. So I just usually add a tad bit more. And then I'll mix it all together. We're going to sit this in the fridge for 30. And then I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, curry has been seasoned. It's going in the fridge for 30 minutes, okay? I usually put on the timer, and then when it beeps, I know. Okay, so now you're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil to your pan. Make sure that you heat it up. I like to set mine at about between 2 and 4, so it can be just hot enough to cook my meat to the temperature that I like to prior to boiling. And then you're also going to add 2 tablespoons of the curry powder in the pan with the oil, and then you're going to stir it together really good. Give it a nice whisk. Okay, so my oil is now hot enough to begin adding my chicken. And I'm adding my chicken prior to boiling them because I want to brown the chicken before I cover it and let it simmer. Not only does this give it a nice texture and a nice taste, but it also speeds up the cooking process for you. So once you saute it or brown it like this in the pan, you only have to cook it for about an hour. So here, just mixing up my curry a little bit more so it doesn't burn or caramelize. And then I'm just gonna add up the rest of my chicken pieces. just a tad bit more oil so we can keep that running. You can put in however many pieces you think is going to fit in your pan comfortably. And just continue to add and brown. Okay, so I let my chicken brown on each side for about 5 minutes, and you'll know that it has browned long enough because once you flip it over, it will no longer look white on one side. Instead, it'll look brownish orange. And then it should also have the curry powder seasoning cooked into it. So this helps it to hold flavor while you're boiling it. And so I'm just flipping my meat over. I'm going to switch my batch out because I have 2 batches. And then we're gonna fry those up also. Here I have transitioned my wings from my pan, because we are finished browning them, into the pot that I want to finish cooking them in. And I'm just giving them a quick whisk because I added in just a little more curry seasoning on the top. When you are boiling your curry chicken, you want to add 2 tablespoons of white vinegar to the pot. I also added in some minced garlic prior to mixing this. I forgot to show a picture of that. Vinegar is gonna help this cook really well and also make it tender. I added in just a couple shakes of thyme. And then of course I added 1 bay leaf. Also, I like to add in petite diced tomatoes, but I didn't have any in my cabinet today, so I just added about 3 or 4 spoonfuls of the Hunt's tomato sauce. Still gets it the same taste because your tomatoes are going to disintegrate anyways when they boil, so I just wanted to add some in so we don't miss any flavors. And we're just going to give this a nice stir again. Also, I do have my pot in between 2 and 4. So we can keep things rolling throughout the cooking process. Once you mix it around a couple times, you can go ahead and add in your chopped carrots and then also your chopped potatoes. I did baby red potatoes. I think they taste yummy. You can do Yukon Gold potatoes, Idaho potatoes, whatever floats your boat. I'm going to throw all of those in there, and of course give it another whisk again so that everything can be mixed all together. I drop a lot of stuff cooking, guys. Be sure to give everything a good turn. Being sure to scoop up from the bottom. I mean, it's okay if your curry burns a little bit, or even if it sticks somewhat, because it is a sauce and we do have our heat high. But just try to keep turning, and then we're gonna cover it with our lid, and we're gonna let this simmer for about an hour. My pot has been boiling for about 30-45 minutes, and again, I am just giving it a nice turn. You do want to stir your pot periodically. At this point, I do add in a little more salt because the starch does boil the salt out. And once it's done, it should look like so. The liquid in your pot should have a nice orange tint to it. I also did a side of pinto beans and rice. I used the plastic bag method. I'll show you guys that another time. But once your meat has finished cooking, you just want to give it one last stir. Also, you guys, after the 30 minutes was up, I did go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of chicken broth. Even though the curry makes its own broth kind of sauce liquid, I like to add that in for just an extra kick to my food. You see my potatoes are tender, my carrots are tender. This is the most tender, most delicious, most flavorful Jamaican curry chicken recipe you will ever cook. Just follow the quick, easy steps below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Try this recipe. Let me know how it turns out for you. Trust me, you will not be disappointed.